the major trades happened since the last time we were on the podcast. New Orleans Saints now have 2 first-round draft picks. The other 7 teams with 2 first-round draft picks consist of the Lions, the Texans, the Jets, the Giants, Eagles, New Orleans, Packers, and the Chiefs. My question to you guys is, which team has not, you don't have to include those teams, but which team has to perform well during the NFL draft?
Has to?
Have to.
I think the Jets and Giants both are 2 teams that it's both fan bases are getting a little like, okay, especially the Giants, that fan base feels like that organization was so dominant at one period of time, and for them to be how they are now, it's getting a little unsettling.
Hot garbage.
But I think the Jets also, because they spent a lot of money in free agency. So I really think they I would say the Steelers may feel, because I don't know what their quarterback situation is like. So yeah, that's the only thing I can think of.
What about you, JB?
So Trey actually stole mine. I think the Giants have the most pressure to perform in this draft, but my second choice would be the New Orleans Saints. Here's why I say that. I'm unbiasedly speaking on y'all right now. Y'all are in a very interesting spot where y'all can either decline or y'all can pretty much ascend to a new era, so to speak. Y'all need to figure out whether or not what y'all want to do QB wise. If y'all want to bring in Malik and let him come in and sit behind Jameis, whatever the case may be. And also y'all need to address y'all wide receivers, bro. Like that, you just can't have Michael Thomas out there by himself. Y'all have to address that. And I feel like if y'all can address those things, I feel like y'all will be formidable within not only, the division, but also the conference. So y'all got a lot of pressure on y'all, because if y'all get this right, y'all can be all right. Y'all can be all right.
I don't feel like the Saints, with Michael Thomas, I feel like the Saints don't as much need a receiver, even though we need one. I just think without him, when you take him away, it's nobody that could take over.
Blaring. Exactly.
However, my team that I feel like is a lot of pressure is the Ravens. I think their biological clock is ticking, because it's about to be bust time. Because they still ain't paid Lamar. They still don't have a number 1 receiver for real. They number 1 receivers, they tight end. They're not about to win like that. It's been like that's my thing. Once you try something so many times and you still can't win, I think it's time to try something new. People like to stick to the format, stick to the plan, and stay down and all that. But it's in football. You're gonna stay down, and then a team like the Chargers is gonna be better than you, because they not staying pat. They adding, and they might have the best defense in football next year. So you gotta stay active. And I don't know what it's gonna take for them to realize that they need a receiver. I feel like they let Amari Cooper go to the Browns. They should have been the main one calling, blowing them up.
Especially since he went for a 5th. He didn't go for nothing like a high price.
What are you doing? They don't have as much money probably, but they just bought back Calais Campbell. I feel like everybody think they're the best show on turf with Lamar, and then you come out there and give them nothing to work with. So they talk about adding Melvin Gordon like they need another running back. We should be worried about adding a receiver.
I think they have a lot of faith in Hollywood.
Who?
He said a lot of faith in Hollywood.
You talking about Antonio Brown?
They still got that rookie receiver too.
They still got Rashad Bateman.
All right, they got their receivers aren't scrubs.
Now, I do like Rashad Bateman and what I saw from him in the tail end of the season. I feel like he really stepped up for them on that tail end piece and was like showing some flashes. So that may be why they're not going wide receiver, honestly, because they see something in him that we don't, see.
You know what that sounds like? That sounds just like the Saints that you were just talking about.
The Ravens have the number 14th pick in the draft for context.
I bet they go receiver. They might want to go receiver.
Y'all gonna get London?
They better call that boy Odell and pray he come.
The Saints had the 16th and 19th pick for JB.
Y'all gonna get London?
Why people
from USC?
We're getting Jameson Williams, dude.
Hey, I ain't gonna lie. If I've never seen a guy so gassed. I don't see what everybody see.
And
Like he's decent in Drake London. I don't see it.
I
he's a
will
big
say
body
though,
receiver.
think
He's
about it like
big
this.
though.
He big
He
body,
is
and
big.
the team he played for ain't helping his case. Put it
I
like that.
think the NFL, you've seen a lot, last season, a lot of jump balls, 50-50 balls. I think like Mike Williams, he go up and get it. If your quarterback is like a life preserver, he goes up
I
and get
think
it.
Drake London is the
He'll
third.
be great. He'll be a great possession receiver.
The best two big body receivers in that draft are, to me, are Treylon Burks and your boy from UGA, George Pickens.
I think
Oh
he's
yeah,
still.
he's
gonna be a
he's
steal.
nice with it.
If he falls to the second, whoever
He's gonna
gets
be
him
a
is
steal.
like
Yeah, he's nice with it.
Oh,
Shoot,
all
y'all
right.
need to be trying to get him in the later rounds. My bad, bro.
No, you good. B, on you. Which team do you think has to do well in the NFL draft?
Falcons.
Why?
Cause man, it got to turn around somehow. Like it's either gonna be the turnaround, like the game-changing franchise pick with Malik Willis, or they just gonna go receiver. I just feel like they're going receiver or quarterback. But I want them to go Malik Willis. If they get Malik Willis, I feel like it's a game changer for the city. But if they go receiver, I understand. But it's like we need our future quarterback. Because we not finna rock with Mariota. Like
I heard the Falcons
Inshallah.
in a few mock drafts I've seen. They're going best available player, whether that be Jalen Johnson, Thibodeau if he falls. They said they're going to best. They said they just need the best available to build for the next 10 years. So how you feel about that?
I don't know what they're doing there. This is how I feel.
That's actually not a bad draft strategy. When you look at because you can really just thug it out with Mariota and really just kind of build the pieces that you want. Because let's be honest, bro. Outside of Malik Willis, like what other quarterbacks are we drooling at the mouth for right now? Nobody.
Right. Exactly.
So it's like, don't be patient be patient in the approach that they're taking. Take the best available player, build around him. You already got AJ Terrell, who's a stud out there. Why not go ahead and build that defense up? You know what I'm saying? And maybe adjust your offense next year. You know what I'm saying?
In a quarterback class where many believe is way better than this class with the talent that's coming out. So
exactly, because you got Bryce Young that comes out next year, right?
Bryce Young, CJ Stroud from Ohio
it ain't
State.
like they're gonna be good at any point soon. So but they don't need another corner. They did just sign your boy Casey Hayward, and he's from Atlanta too. They got two from Atlanta cornerbacks.
But he ain't gonna be there for like the next.
Well, yeah, he's 30. He's 30 or 31, but I think he's a good veteran presence to have. I mean, they can add another corner, but it's like you got the same corners from last year, even though they were young. They weren't as good as AJ, but they were young. So it's like maybe Casey comes in and give a little technique training and
technique training. I did. I have two. I have 2.5 teams. First team I'll say is the Carolina Panthers. I think Matt Rule's on the hot seat for sure. They need to land a franchise quarterback, so I think they're going to reach for a quarterback in this draft. Sam Darnold is not it, so I think they're either going Kenny Pickett or Matt Corral. I know Kenny Pickett has some ties with Matt Corral. Well, not Matt Corral, with Matt Rule at his Pittsburgh days with, I think, one of the coordinators. So I think
he was at Trinity and he recruited him. He was committed to Trinity.
Yeah. Thank you.
Is that the school? Is it called Trinity?
I don't know.
It's in the Northeast. I think it's Trinity. But he was committed to them. He was committed to Matt Rule. And then Matt Rule left for another job. And Kenny Pickett was like, be committed. And he went to Pittsburgh.
Yeah.
And
so
the owner or the general manager of the Panthers went to Pittsburgh.
Yes, thank you. So I think they're trying to get a quarterback. They was in the Deshaun Watson sweepstakes, didn't land them. So I think they need one bad. The other two teams I have that both fall in the same category, who both have 2 first-round picks, is the Green Bay Packers and Kansas City Chiefs. They need to replace losing their star receivers, Devontae Adams and Tyreek Hill, respectively. So I think not so much for Kansas City because of they still have Travis Kelce and they still have Mecole Hardman. They signed Juju Smith-Schuster, but in terms with Green Bay, for sure, they need to find a way to replace Devontae Adams. I think the Packers as of today, will not win the NFC North until they find a stud receiver. I think that goes to Minnesota Vikings. So they need to have a good draft to ensure that they can keep the NFC North on lock. Why you raise your hand?
I was curious to see who you said was going to win, but you said it. So good.
Oh, yeah. And then we already know about the AFC West is a loaded conference and go either way. So